they put out. That was something we knew that would have to happen. We've got tremendous respect for Wisconsin. Their football team, they're just a tough team to play. It's tough to come up here. It's always a challenge to come to Madison, and for our guys to persevere and fight the way they did, just really, really proud of them. And that's something we've talked about all week long, coming into a tough environment. The focus it was going to require, the effort, paying attention to detail, and then obviously when I talk about tough, going through the ups and downs that happen when you play a great opponent. And today there are a lot of those on both sides of the football. So both teams really competed hard. It went right down to the wire, quite obviously. And we're just extremely thrilled to get the victory and head home with the trophy. So happy about that. And beyond that, it was obviously a very positive step for our football team. We're excited about the opportunities of this 2015 season. This was going to be a tough challenge. It was a tough challenge, and good to start out 1-0 in Big Ten play. And just a really positive chapter for our football team. So we'll enjoy the ride home and, learn tomorrow and get back to work on Monday.
What about the defense?
They played a super game, and it wasn't always pretty. Wasn't always clean, and that's really how the football game was. And we kind of anticipated that coming up here, that both might be this type of football game, and we've been in with these types of games with them before. Thought both defenses really played hard, and that's a lot of statistics that came out of the ball game were born out of that. Just two tough defensive teams. Our guys really competed hard. We came up with some big plays, especially in that first half. A couple turnovers out with a great strip, but again, it went right down to the wire, and guys did a great job.
On that Stave fumble, it looked like Meyer was able to shoot through the A gap to kind of grab his foot or whatever. Is that your view as well? And then also, isn't that why he's in the A gap, because he's so quick?
Yeah, that's why he's there. But you probably had a better look at it than I did. But to that point, part of the reason we won today, and part of the reason we're playing well right now, our older guys like Nate Meyer, are really doing a great job. He's just. I'd say it about our whole senior class. The guys that are out there playing, they're playing their best football. Nate's a tough guy to block. He looks like he wasn't the biggest guy on the field, I'll put it that way, out there, but he just has a heart that's really big. He plays hard. He's extremely tough, and if that's in fact what happened, that's what it looked like from where I was standing too. And it was just a great effort on his part.
When you guys go into your Raider, does anybody know who's going on the blitz? I mean, it's really chaotic.
Yeah, we actually do have it organized. We got rhyme and reason most of the time. But I think our guys know what they're doing there, and came up for us big when Cole came through right there at the end of the ball game.
It was fourth and two, and they were scrambling, but you called timeout. What did you see, and why did you call that?
Well, it appeared to us that they had their play called at that point, and what we wanted to make sure we had the right call as well. And some confusion from our standpoint, who's going to be in the game or not. They were running guys around. So we wanted to know who the personnel was going to be. We got a good look at the formation, and then with the call, obviously they could have changed their call too. So, it just it's like the game. I mean, it wasn't a game of anybody outwitting each other. It was just two teams really fighting hard, two teams competing, and we were fortunate to come out ahead.
Kirk, with your passing game struggling, how important was Kansas today?
I just mentioned Nate Meyer. Talk about our seniors, and Jordan's been playing well each and every week. And. To that point, I mean, he came into camp as our second back. LaShawn got hurt. He's still not fully 100% yet. But I said back on record, in August, that we felt like we had two starters back there. And I can't say enough. But Jordan's a team guy. He works extremely hard. He's clearly playing his best football, and what a great time for that. So every yard out there today came really hard, and we knew it was going to be like that. He knew it, and all those little things add up to helping you get over the hump.
Would last year's team have won this game?
Well, we had a great game with Wisconsin last year, and but that was their 2014 team, our 2014 team. So it's hard to say, But I thought we competed really. That was a great game last year too.
Do you see
very similar.
Growing confidence though in what you guys are doing and how they feel about it?
Well, I mean we've had two really good road victories, so that's something everybody can feel good about. We've had two games that have literally gone down to the wire. You talk about playing the full 60, and both of those required that. This one maybe just a little short of, but those are things that all help, build a football team if the team's got the right attitude. And that's probably what I'm most pleased about. All the coaches are really pleased about the attitude our team has. I'll go right back to the seniors. They're doing a great job of driving this thing.
Did you have to shrink your playbook without Tavon?
No, we went in this game the same way. We've got a lot of confidence in Jake Hillary and Germanique Smith. Germanique's really, he surprised us back in August. You know, I didn't quite see that one coming, but he's really practiced well. Jake's been doing a great job, again, along that senior theme. And no, so we came in here, you know, their defense made us adjust some things, but it wasn't so much our personnel as much as it was what they do. And to their credit, they did some things today. They gave us some problems that we hadn't seen them do. So that's what, you know, that's what happens. You play a good football team and a well-coached football team.
5 games into the season, would being rated be a reward for this team since it hasn't happened since 2010?
You know, if it happens, it happens. I'll tell you, we're not going to get too excited about it. You know, if we're there in November, great. But you know, to me, statistics and rankings really mean very little. And I know we're into October now, but you know, 5 weeks into it, it's hard to get excited about anything other than what we're doing as a football team. That can excite you a little bit.
Were there any words of wisdom for Coach Croston making his first start in Wisconsin?
I didn't say a word to him, and I don't think anybody did. You know, he's done a great job. He's not a senior, but he falls in that group of. I mean, the bottom line is what Boone's got a 3. Got to do my math here. Boone started 4, now Cole started 1, so he's catching them. Okay, he's 3 away from him, but no, he's been practicing well. Again, same as Tavon. You know, we've got a lot of faith in Cole. You know, you believe what you see players do, and you know, he has been playing this year and doing a good job. So I think that, again, the challenge there was the guys we had to block. You know, those guys are interior guys, are really good. They're strong, tough players, and both their outside backers are good. That you know, the senior is just a tremendous football player. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Schubert, I hope.
Schubert.
Well, I'll tell you, he's a football player.
Yeah. Have you seen a performance like that? I mean,
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, to me, he played like that last year, and now go back, you know, 2 years. But last year, I thought he was a great football player, and he's playing at a really high level right now. He's done it every week out there.
What does Desmond mean to your secondary coach?
Yeah, you know, for us to get better, you know, I always talk about our best guys, our most experienced guys have to play their best football, and he's a great illustration of that. You know, he played solid last year, but you know, he's clearly, you know, playing at a little bit different level right now. Been really opportunistic out there with the picks, doing a good job in the return game, and he's playing hard in coverage, and for the most part doing pretty good on the perimeter runs. And you know, they hit us on a couple of those today. It was a little bit disappointing, but I think, you know, we survived those, and we're gaining ground. But Desmond's he's done a great job.
At what point